I just want to thank everybody for your emails and comments. I read them all, even if I don't respond to them, and appreciate your continued support during my breaks. And yeah, I just want to say thank you very much. When you ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, it really reveals a lot. Not about the child, it reveals more about us as a society and our role as parents. And what most children say is, if you ask them what their goals are, what they want to be when they grow up, is a fireman, an astronaut, a singer, an actress. And 9 times out of 10, if not greater, they're all external things. Things that usually involve status, money, um, fame, the typical things. And we don't even realize how deeply ingrained it is within us to have this lust and this craving and this deep ingrained desire for all things external. And in my Life Sucks video, um, the majority of the complaints the comments is that, this girl doesn't like me, I don't get respect at school, I'm not A, B, C, or D. Again, all things external. And what we've set up for ourselves is a situation that really happiness or contentment is unachievable. Because whenever you look for happiness and contentment outside of yourself, you're doomed to go for a wild roller coaster ride. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be highs and lows, and you're going to suffer. There's just no way of getting around it. And that's the way our society has taught us to, our locus of identity is external. When things are going well externally, we feel good. When things are not going well externally, we feel bad. And the whole goal of my videos is to really shift where we shine the flashlight. And instead of shining it externally, let's look deep within self. I know it sounds like a cliche, and what does that mean? But it means that it's just a simple situation of changing what's important to us, reevaluating our goals, redoing our New Year's resolutions. Most people's New Year's resolutions is, lose 20 pounds, get a better job, find a mate, eat healthier, get a new house, external. And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if you would ask someone what their New Year's resolutions were, or if you would ask a child what they want to be when they grow up. If they said some things like this: I want to be patient. I want to practice random acts of kindness. I want to remember to breathe throughout the day. I want to be at peace in traffic, or at peace while my little beach ball is circling on my Mac computer as it's delaying to do the next task. I want to simplify my thinking. I want to want less. My goal is to consciously eat, to taste and savor every bite of food I take. I want to be able to walk daily. Just go for 15-20 minute walks every day and leave all the worry, stress, and cares behind. To fast once a month, go one day without eating. To read books, to be a voracious reader. And just saying those goals and aspirations like that just takes such a load off of our shoulders and creates a sense of, wow, I can just be me. I don't need to have a home makeover. I don't need to have a wardrobe makeover. I don't need to have a body makeover, personality makeover, makeover. I think that's the big theme these days. Make yourself over, improve yourself, become the better you, raise your self-esteem. I can just be me, screwed up, neurotic, dysfunctional, filled with desire, unable to accomplish and stick to goals, and that's okay. And the goals that I do set are very manageable, achievable, and fun to do. It's not this big burden where I put all this kind of pressure on ourselves. And realize that a big part of it we're not responsible for. It's the way we're conditioned. It's the way from a very young age that our identity is set, our identity and self-worth is set in stone by what we achieve, by what we accomplish, by the partner we have, by our status. And we have an excuse up to a point and say, well, you know what, that's just society and I'm a victim or a product of society. And I think there comes a time where you have to take the bull by the horns and say, it's time to dance to my own drummer. It's time to break free of these shackles. We think that all these things we chase will bring us happiness. And you see it. It's very apparent that, you look at the rich and famous and they're miserable too. And so achieving all these desires and ambitions that we think we need to be happy is just an illusion. And once you realize that, what you realize is that your suffering, your contentment, your joy is all produced by your thoughts, all produced by your thinking, all produced by you valuing or being attached to a certain outcome. And when that outcome doesn't come to fruition, your mind kicks in and to resistance mode and says either you beat yourself up, you beat the circumstances up, you beat other people up, instead of just being and saying, you know what, it's all a mirror. And what really is the focus here? Is the focus get this, achieve this, want this, do this, or is the focus let the world be a mirror and reflect what's going on within me? Let the world be my teacher and my reaction to life circumstances be my guide on what I need to work on within myself. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to work and improve and better yourself if you realize that there really is no destination. You'll never get there. You'll never get to the top of the mountain where one day you say, wow, I'm enlightened. I'm stress-free. I'm worry-free. I love everything. I'm non-resistant. I'm just surrendered. I'm at peace. I'm like Gandhi or Buddha. That'll never happen. And nor do I think that we would want it to happen. Part of the joy is the continued growth process, not the destination. And it's very hard to recondition your mind or brain to be less focused on destination, to go deep within and really become in tune with your whatever I'm not into this new agey terminology, but just this your inner energy, your inner being, who you are. And once you get to that place, you start finding joy in just waking up in the morning and the everyday, which seem like you're on automatic pilot normally, and there's a new sense of presence that you bring to the situation versus trying to extract happiness out of situations. It's a presence where you drink a cup of coffee or you have a cup of tea and you could just taste the tea. You could connect with your breath. You could feel your being. You could be sitting in traffic and feel just immense joy or peace or contentment. And too often our goals are, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And we put this pressure and force upon ourselves to we're outcome focused. I'm going to do all these things so I can lose weight, get that killer beach body, fit into that bikini, whatever. So, and then that has another ultimate goal of attracting the right mate or being more popular with people. And all these things are just kind of the domino effect that we look at the problem and we don't see what the real cause is. We don't treat the roots, and the roots are that you'll never achieve happiness externally. It's just pure and simple. And the books like The Secret, and if you look at the self-help books that are popular, how to get rich, how to retire early, how to work 4 hours a week, how to do X, Y, and Z, it's really missing the fundamental point of that's not what makes people happy. What makes people happy is cultivating a relationship with themselves and not basing it on external opinions, external accomplishments, external ideas, external X, Y, or Z. It's just digging deep and mining deep within who you are. And, again, this is a common theme for throughout my videos, but some of you might have not seen all my videos or many of my videos. So one of the things that I talk about is just practice being. And it's amazing. When you practice being, everything else seems to fall into place. You practice being and you just have a natural tendency to eat healthier. You practice being, you have a tendency, your relationships work. You practice being, you tend to want to exercise without trying to focus on dot dot dot. It's just getting a strong foundation or a strong inner core, and those things work out themselves. And the problem is that we're so dysfunctional, we're so disconnected with who we are that we don't even know what the cure is. We don't even know what the solution is. And many people spend their whole lives searching from different gurus, different books, different diets to the next best thing that's going to cure me or make me happy or solve my current situation. And what I'm saying is let go of all of that. It's a breath of fresh air. Release all that. There's no more books that you have to read. There's no more dot 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 dot. And just practice being. And from there, you'll be connected with knowing how to make the right decisions, an internal peace that will just lead you in the right direction. And it's not goo pooey cotton candies, unicorns, and everything's love, peace, and happiness. It really works when we just stop and listen. And so some of the things that I recommend is practice stillness, practice sitting. I love sitting on park benches, and it's one of the things that Tolle talks about in his early walk. Or just wherever you are, just observing things, observing the texture of things, the color, the sounds, the noises, connecting with the breath, practicing breathing. These are practices. You don't have to go to an ashram. You don't have to sit and go do yoga. These are things you can do as you go about your life. And connecting with someone as they're speaking to you, just really looking into their eyes. Music, baths, journal writing. There's just so many wonderful things we could do. And really the cause of our suffering is not, and is usually never what we think it is. The cause of our suffering is our expectations. That when the comments, the unhappy people who are unhappy comment on my videos always have a reason that why they're unhappy. It's the government, it's this, it's that, it's my family, it's my parents. And sometimes, yes, there's a grain of truth to it, but most of the time we just want to be a victim, so we don't end up taking charge of our lives. And make do with what we have where you're at. And there's not a whole lot you need to change except practice being present and connecting with your who you really are. Thank you very much for listening, and Look forward to hearing your comments. Bye-bye.